Alright, so to start this car, well, you've got to get in and press a good old-fashioned EV start-stop button. I don't understand why you need to do that with electric vehicles, so yeah, maybe Hyundai, get rid of that button. Let's kick off this extended driving review with the controls. So on the left side of the wheel, you've got your cruise control buttons. So that means to turn it on and off, say, or you can actually use that as a speed limit button instead. Choice is yours. To the right of that is a menu button for the display up the front. So it cycles through different things like the directions, which I don't really need because I've actually got it in front of me right now with the heads-up display. Where the power is going from and to, summary sort of screen, which you can have information about, well, this drive, how are you going, after the last recharge, and accumulate information. That's the drive that I've done so far. Been a bit thirsty, mind you, 22.7 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers, and that's after more than almost 13 hours of driving, 239 kilometers, and we're about to put another 150 on that number. So yeah, I think I'm getting a good feel for it. But when I'm not doing crazy acceleration and playing around, I think I'm averaging about 20 kilowatt hours per 100 Ks. So its range isn't as good as they say it is. Beneath the controls at the top, you had your either resume, pause, accelerate up or down. It does it in 1 K per hour increments, or you press and hold it, it does it in 10. Beneath that, you've got your lane, your follow distance, and your lane centering. To the right of the steering wheel, we've got a mode button that's programmable, along with a star, which is beneath that, which is also programmable, which I really do like those two functions, to be honest, because you can configure the car however you want to. You got your voice assistant, and one short press will actually activate it in the car. A long hold will do Android Auto. Got a little joystick up and down, and volume up and down, as well as mute. And you've got telephone. Right hand side, we've got an indicator stalk. So if you just do a little press, it would just do it for 3, 5 or 7 flashes. You can actually choose that in the menu. You've got your light flash, it's auto high beams, also auto wipers as well. And on the left hand side, we've got our windscreen cleaning. For the front, it's auto wipers, as I said, and they work pretty damn well. One thing I don't like about the IONIQ 5 and IONIQ 6 is this drive select stick. It's like a little stubby thing, and it hides behind the steering wheel. Not that it's an issue if you're an owner, because you know it's there. And you rotate it forward to select drive, you rotate it backwards to select reverse, and you push the button on the end to engage park. I would much rather either just a normal sort of stick like what you see in the Tesla, say, or a lot of cars, to be honest, or my preferred method is actually with MG and others who have got the rotating dial down the center here. Now we've got all that established, you've got some fun little lights here that are indicative of the mode we're in. So I'm currently just driving in normal, and you probably have already heard a lot of binging noises, and I've got all the safety features turned on, and I'm not going to turn them off, because doing so, well, like one of them, for the speed assistance, speed sign recognition, if I actually disable that sound, it's going to disable me being able to see it. So right now it says 70 k's per hour in this zone, so it's almost green here, it's in my heads-up display, it's also on the map in front of me here. Brilliant, love it. But if I don't want to have that displayed, well, if I turn the sound off, it means it's not going to display that speed advisory. So super annoying. And whenever we change speed limits, which is coming up in a second, you'll hear it make a ping noise to say, hey, it's been a change of speed. So let's just wait for that. Why bother? It's not necessary, it really is not necessary. All right, we're going to get up to 100 k's per hour now, and merging with some traffic using these digital side mirrors, which I actually quite like. Took a little bit of getting used to for myself. Other people are better at it than I am, and it gives you a nice clear view. And I've got the indicators showing me where the back of the rear of the car is, so it's a substituted, it's like a virtual thing, which is very handy. Yeah, they're actually really quite good, and if maybe I think a feature that we'll see in cars in the future, like those be commonplace, not just a high-end spec. We're coming down to an 80 zone, so we'll just decelerate to match, and I'll engage cruise control. Alright, so I've engaged it at 76, and right now it's telling me in my display you're actually beneath the speed limit, and I've set it to automatically increase up to the speed limit. So in a sec it will actually start to go up. Now it takes sometimes, don't know why, but sometimes it can take some time to actually accelerate up. Other times, like up ahead in a few kilometers, it's going to be a change from 100 to 110. And when we hit that, I guarantee it's actually going to go up pretty damn fast. So I can't understand why that is. So I'm just doing 1k per hour increments right now. Oh look, and now it's actually telling me it's going to automatically adjust the speed. I don't understand why it does that, but anyway, it's a good feature. I still just wish that noises that this car makes could be turned down. Now, for those playing at home who know Hyundai and Kia will know that I've only got lane centering turned on right now, and I've got to push this button here every time I turn the car on to enable steering assist, with the turning the wheel. We're going to come to a corner soon, and I'll let the car take the corner by itself, and I'll just have my hands on the wheel ready to take it. Alright, so we're in an 80 zone. We're about to go past 100, so you hear the beep when it happens, and we'll wait to see how long this car takes before it actually goes up in speed. There's 100, and there we go. Now it's accelerating up, and it looks like I'm doing a bit of an a-hole move to this driver because he's getting in front of me. Oh, so sorry, mate. The joy of doing car reviews. I can change the follow distance by pressing this button and do 3, 2, 1, it gets closer and closer, or I prefer 4, like a bit of distance, better, safer that way. Alright, now it's telling me, hey, make sure you're in control of the car, and steering assist is active. I can see the green icon, and it's off, and you hear that, there's no notification that it wasn't going to do it. A bit dangerous that. If steering assist is going to decide not to work, it should actually notify you, I feel. Be it a vibration, because let's face it, I'm obviously annoyed by the sounds in this car, so maybe a bit of a steering shake would be a good idea. But otherwise, yeah, it should tell me without me having to physically look either at the screen here in front of me on that 12.3-inch display, or in front. I can actually see it as well in my heads-up display. It's got a steering icon, and at the moment it's currently green to say I'm actually steering for you. And in terms of lane centering, it's actually pretty good. It's doing a lot better job than that car in front was. Oh my gosh. It does it like a human driver would, and it doesn't ping pong around the lane very much, so that's excellent. Is it Tesla level? No, definitely not. If this was not a highway or freeway, and I couldn't do this on the back streets. Like, it wouldn't take a corner like my Tesla does. It's not that. All right, 110. It's going to increase now, but I've got a car that's going way too slow, so I'm just going to overtake it. And yeah, it's working out quite nicely. So that's the lane keep assist. I'll do another demonstration up ahead on a nice gentle curve, and realistically the curve I'm about to take is pretty stock standard for this type of auto lane keep system. So it's not autopilot, yeah, it's lane keep assist, which, let's face it, autopilot is as well, but this one is, yeah, I think one of the better ones in the marketplace, but still way beneath Tesla Autopilot. Okay, so I'll just move over now, and we'll come up to this corner. I know it's about a 20-degree corner. It's a gentle curve though, so I'm going to have my hands at that ready. Little correction there. Well, I didn't correct it, rather the car corrected itself. It's driving into the sun. I had to actually do a bit of pressure because it was saying, are you there? Quite a comfortable experience for long distance travel. Go in the opposite direction now. And that's it. Alright, so all good. Alright, let's talk about drive modes. And this car's got no less than 4 different modes. So if I push this button down here, it cycles between eco, normal, sport, or if I press and hold it, it will shift into snow. With regen, there's 5 different levels. The bottommost level is 0, and this is the weirdest experience I've ever had, and it's not like an ice car. No, so you know when an ice car, you take your foot off the accelerator, you get compression that slows the car down, and obviously the gears will also slow the car down. This is quite different. Really weird way of driving, and I wouldn't recommend it. It takes a lot of work to actually keep your foot in the right sort of place to keep the speed, say, constant. So when you do go down a hill or up a hill, you're going to have to do more or less work, which is not how you even drive like a petrol or diesel car. What you should do is go to not only level 3, which is going to give you near the most amount of braking action, but actually level 4, which is iPedal mode. So that's one pedal driving. That means now the accelerator is becoming not only something that makes the car go faster, but also can brake the car as well. For those who have never experienced it, it sounds very counterintuitive and just a bad idea, but you actually get used to it very damn fast, and you won't go back after you've used an iPedal mode. And so what it can do is that when I slow down, I just take my foot off the accelerator and it will slow the car down to a complete stop. Okay, let's do an acceleration test. I've got a car in front of me that's doing 90 and it's 110 zone, so we'll overtake. And we're there. All right, let's talk about ride and handling. And one of the things that stands out about this car is, I think, well, it's low drag coefficient. It's saloon styling, low center of gravity, and very heavy mass. Like it's a bit over 2,000 kilograms. Not that you feel that, but I'll speak to that soon, but nonetheless, it actually handles pretty damn well. When putting it through corners, you don't feel it shifting its weight side to side as much as you would, say, a taller SUV, nor the softer ride on an SUV like the IONIQ 5, which is still my favorite vehicle, mind you. Its ride is comfortable and it's class leading. Best described as firm yet not too stiff. Its handling strikes a balance between sporty and mid-level comfort. And while you'll definitely feel some pull from the tyres on tight, fast bends, say, you never have to worry about it getting away from you. It's got numerous safety systems, and thanks to those massive tyres, you feel reassured. Turn in on flowing bends is accurate, and the steering where you point it to is going to go to. And it's you can sense my frustration, can't you? Anyway, so wherever you position this car in the lane, on the road, through a corner, is actually going to go. For what is essentially really a family sedan, not a sports coupe, this is an amazing achievement. All right, if you've enjoyed this video, please, again, do consider subscribing. It's absolutely free and it genuinely supports the channel. If you want to take that support to the next level, think about Patreon membership or YouTube membership. And otherwise, you be good and you be green.